what is going on, folks? This is going to be a long one. I got some catching up for you guys to do. I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July. Me, wasn't bad. Very busy. I did get some time to watch the fireworks, which was awesome. They were nice. I had to put some eye drops in. Sorry. Eyes are dry as crazy today. So I'm trying out some new tech. I got like some AirPods and stuff that I'm talking to you guys on. There's some weird stuff in my ear, but I'm just going to try to spool you guys up here on what just happened and what is happening, because it's getting exciting and it's getting very fast paced. Very, very, very fast paced. Like everything's screaming right now. So just to catch you up, I am doing that trial down at M&D Anderson in Texas. It's a drug trial. I flew down there about a week or two ago for all the briefings and stuff on what this drug trial is going to be. And it's actually quite exciting. And I've been feverishly ironing out the details between the United States Army, the Federal Department of Defense, and M&D Anderson, trying to do the logistics of actually getting my body down there for the drug trial, and it has been an absolute nightmare. It's been a logistic nightmare. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's still ongoing. That's what I've been doing all day today. As you can see, I probably look so exhausted. It's because I've just been dealing with the federal government all morning. So, those guys. Anyways, so that's what I've been working on currently. But just to give you a really quick, this is about the science of what's about to happen to me, which is probably the coolest part. And I'd like to get that out of the way of this conversation right out of the gate, because it is the neatest thing. It's a hunter killer cell drug. So what they do is they modify cells that come out of umbilical cords. Pretty cool. And they turn them into what they call hunter killer cells. I don't know if they do it computer generated or how they do that, but they convert them. The technology has been around for a while, actually. This drug was actually invented in Germany a couple years ago. This technique and this drug and stuff. And what happened is it didn't really work for them too well, because they couldn't get a targeting system. I'm trying to prop my phone up here, so. They couldn't get the targeting system to work. So basically the drug was just haphazardly running through your body, okay? And if it would bump into the cancer cell, just haphazardly bump into a cancer cell, it would fight it and kill it. But other than that, it was just floating around, and it wasn't really working very well, so they discontinued it. However, down at M&D Anderson, they found a way to weaponize and target that cell better, to actually hunt and kill now. So not only is it just flying through the body, going to haphazardly bump into cancer cells, it's actually going to seek and destroy them. It's going to navigate the body, purposely looking for my cancer cells to find them and kill them. And they do not affect anything else. They will not touch any other cell, there is no collateral damage, which is statistically mind-blowing considering what's at play. So that is the concept of the trial. What they are doing, and just to go over some statistics, which I've never seen before, some success statistics, that's tough to say. There's 20 people. This is a phase 1 trial, so it's at the beginning. This is the second round of the beginning. There was 20 people prior. Out of all 20, every single patient responded to the therapy. Every single person responded, with 2/3 of the total 20 patients going into full remission. Those numbers are just miraculous. It's kicking ass. And that's what I'm trying to get into here. That's what I'm about to do. What they're doing with me, and it's actually quite neat, because I actually went down there. I will be leading the trial because I'll be the most advanced patient. They were looking for me specifically, and they're so happy they found me. I'm happy they found me too. Like, they really want me really bad, because they want to see part of the trial now is not only the success of the drug. They're not really concerned about the success because they know that now. They want to see how long the remission lasts for. That bold. Can you believe that? That bold. They're like, we know this is going to do something to you, probably put you in remission. But for somebody that's like you, Shawn, we want to know how long that remission is going to last. And that is what you're going to teach us. That's what we're going to learn from your body, is how long this drug will play out in your system for, and what needs to be done to make it successful. So that's what they're going to find out. And I'm like, okay, that is super cool. So now it's just logistics, and it's a nightmare. It really is. And I'm working really hard on it. And I mean, at any point this can fall through, and it is so emotionally overwhelming, and just mentally exhausting to try to do this. But we're going to do it. We're going to get it done. We're going to get there. We're going to rock star this shit, come back, and I'm going to be done with this once and for all. That's the mission. So I'm like in full work mode. I looked at Miss Becky. I was like, honey, I got to put my boots on. I got to go back to work. Like, I've been doing really good. I'm very fortunate these last couple of years of being like on the coasting end of this. Just going through the motions, taking the drugs. But now I got to go back to work. I got to go put my boots back on, and I got to do my thing. And that's what I'm doing. So I like switched. I feel terrible for my family, but I switched like the whole mentality of everything here. Like, this is what I do now. And they've made it in wonderful stride. My family's awesome. I couldn't ask for anything better. Never got anything better either. So, however, like last week though was kind of crazy because I went to the hospital. I've been having like this crazy nerve pain. It's just an update on my condition. Like, the whole left side of my body, my left hip and my left shoulder have been under these nerve attacks. We don't know if it's from the radiation and stuff of when it went into my spinal cord back then, or if I got something else goofy going on. But I literally spent all of last week in the hospital, literally every day, in MRI tubes and CT scans, basically nonstop, which was good. M&D Anderson wanted that for the trial as well, and they were participating everywhere. It was a neat collaboration to see. Very impressive, but it was a very long story, and this is already going to be a long one, so we'll get into that in a different video. But they did all kinds of experimental nerve imagery on me with like new drugs, new inhibitors, new advancers and stuff, new dyes, new contrasts, and the way that they manipulate the machine to get images. They can go in for nerve-specific images, and that's what they were after. So I'm waiting on all that to come back, of course, because a lot of it was not really experimental imaging, but kind of like they were like, hey, do this, and they like tuned it into the machine and did the images and stuff on top of the regular images. So I doubled up on the images. So I would spend 2.5 hours in the one group of images that was like normal, that they went for protocol. And then an additional follow-up period after a small break of another 2.5 hour of the experimental images. So that was, 5 hours? 5 hours in the tube for the same pictures of the same area, only done 2 different ways. So that's kind of how that went, and that's why it took a full 5 days to do my entire head to bottom of my nervous system, spine, but but I stuck it through, and it was their motivation, the staff that was there, honest to God, it was the staff's motivation. And just like, they brought me food. I never left the MRI too. They brought it right to me, like sandwiches, deli sandwiches. I mean, we had pizza parties. We made it the best we did, because I was in there a lot for many days, and we made it amazing, and we made it through it. And I would like to thank the staff, of the radiology staff and oncology radiology staff at West Penn Hospital, because they kept me going. I wanted to quit. I was like, this sucks. I'm in this tube. It's terrible. It sounds like it's coming apart. Like, I'm in horrible nerve pain as it is, laying on this flat table, strapped in. You can't move for 2 hours at a time. I was like, I don't want to do this. But they kept me going. They really did. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I stuck it out. So I just did that, and I'm waiting. Like, I have nothing to report back to any of you on that because there's no images back. They did, however, give me like this really powerful anti-inflammatory steroid to take. And the good news is it knocked out the pain in my shoulder and in my hip. It put me down. The pain was so bad, I was just bawling. I was just literally crying. There's nothing I could do to relieve it. There was nothing I could do to take it away. Like, I would take pain medication, and it was like shooting a BB gun at a battle tank. It wouldn't even do nothing. I could have overdosed on oxycodons, and it wouldn't have done anything. It was just a steamroller of pain, of nerve attacks on my joints and my shoulders, and I don't know what the heck. It was only on the left side of my body. It would do anything on the right, just the left. It's just really weird. But long story short, the anti-inflammatory steroids have knocked that out. I had not had pain since I came home, which I don't disclose that kind of travel information for security purposes. In fact, I don't disclose a lot of information for that, so just don't feel bad about it. I'm sure everybody understands. But anyways, I haven't had pain for, I'm going to say, a good 4 or 5 days. Problem is I feel like it was a Band-Aid, because when I'm weaning myself off of these big steroids now, and was it a Band-Aid, or did it fix the pain, or where did it even come from? We don't know. So I'm afraid that pain's going to come back, and it's probably highly likely that it will. So I'm bracing for impact on that one. But for right now, everything's good. I'm getting sleep. I'm trying to work through this stuff, and so far we're working the issues. And that was pretty much that was last week. I have done nothing but medical stuff, and I'm going to be doing nothing but medical stuff with this trial coming up for the next 8 months. Like, this is just going to consume everything that it has to, because this is how I'm going to win. So I'm just letting you know what's coming down the pipe, what's going on, this experimental thing. And like I said, I'm taking you guys with me. This is going to be freaking awesome. I'm going to stay as disciplined as I can on top of all this other bullshit that's happening with this trial and everything that I got to stay organized with. I'm literally going to make it a point to make a video a day if I can. Now, I don't know how to edit these, so they're going to be sloppy. I don't have the time to sit down and do this professionally like you would want to sit there and watch on YouTube. I'm also just keeping this very raw and real. And then maybe after this is all over, I'll sit down and make it a beautiful montage of whatever. I don't know. But for the meantime, in the nitty gritty, in the thick of things, this is pretty much how it's going to be. And I'm going to try to take you with me every day so that you can see what this lifestyle is like, and you can see what the dedication and the ups and the downs and everything that it takes to live this. It's unbelievable. I could try and tell you, but nobody would ever believe me. I want you to see it. I want you to see it on video and see the ups and downs and the moments, and I want you to see the logistics and see the struggles and see just how crazy this is. So that's what we're doing. And I have literally spent a shitload of my own money on gear and tech gear to accomplish this and make it as easy and amazing as I can. I'm fully committed, like I said. And to do these videos, to do this stuff and coordinate with the federal government and everything and get this done. So that's where we're at. That is the update. I am vigorously working the problem. And I'm also working problems in my bodies. I'm still limping that along, and we're doing good. We're doing good with the eating thing. I finally gained some weight back up into the 150s. So